Welcome, the immortal John Hancock, on another live game collector chat. I want to thank everybody being on this live stream. I want to thank John Kratz for doing the moderating. And so let the party begin. And so thanks everybody. Okay, Christopher Trentham. I was actually thinking today, what is the one game on your hit list you want more than anything that you don't have? That is an easy answer. NFL Blitz for the PlayStation 1. NFL Blitz 2000 greatest hits. Impossible to find. And, you know, it's out there. There's very few copies. The greatest hits version, I'm still looking for. Been looking for it for about 2 years. And one's going to pop up for sale. That is number one on my hit list. Hello from Vancouver, BC. Mike C., welcome. The Multi-Gamer. Hi, John. Christopher Trentham. Yeah, seriously. NFL Blitz 2000 greatest hits. It is different than the standard version for PlayStation 1. Justin LeClaire for the first donation of $1. Justin LeClaire, thank you so much for the ongoing contributions to the channel. And thank everybody for being on this live stream. All right, 23 on. Thank you so much, Justin LeClaire. Justin LeClaire, big supporter of the channel. All right, back from vacation. I went to Seaside, Oregon, and had a great time. Had a great time with family. And yes, all right, Gamers Reckoning. Hey, John, I've been on the hunt for Genesis Gen 1 box only. I have no idea where to look. Can't find anything local or online. Yeah, you're going to have to go on eBay, and you're going to have to probably buy one complete in box and then sell the console extra. A lot of people get too specific on looking for something. If you're looking for a part of something, you're probably going to have to buy it complete and then sell the extra. And so you got to check eBay. And that's one of these things. It's like, you got to be patient too. Sometimes when you're looking for a very rare item, a truly rare item is not going to be on eBay all the time. It's going to be on maybe, you know, but a Gen 1 Genesis, they're out there, dude. You're going to have to search harder. So yes. All right. Zefferson, hi from Toronto. Welcome. Okay, Austin from Austin. Hey, John, weird question. What does Cowlitz mean? Cowlitz is Cowlitz County. And Cowlitz Gamers for Kids is a expo that I helped found, and it's in Cowlitz County. That's why it's called that. It's a local show. It's awesome. Had about over 1,000 people came and actually raised now officially over 100,000 for kids. So it's awesome. So yeah, Arca Cowlitz County is receiving the funds from the show. They were there at the show receiving them directly. All right. I am Slip Factory. Thank you for the donation of $2. Jester Prez made it back to San Francisco. Total round trip was 24.5 hours. Oh my gosh, Jester. Welcome. Jester got to come up and check out my game room. Thank you, Jester Pez. Jester Pez. Sorry about mispronouncing your last name. Thank you so much for the contribution. Most appreciated. And how much does NFL Blitz 2000 greatest hits for PS1 go for? I have no idea. So they're out there. There's some people that probably have one. It's uncommon though. So yeah, the value of that, no idea. Kind of subjective. Arc of Cowlitz County, Justin, is where Cowlitz Games for Kids. It's part of LifeWorks. They offer services to kids with disabilities on as well, like Down syndrome, people on the spectrum of autism. So yes, I can send you a link separately if needed. Yep. Regards all the way from Puerto Rico. Love your channel. Waldemar Garcia, thank you so much. Yes, which game... Okay, this is from Sue Family Dan. Which game hurt you the most to splash cash in order to complete a full set? I guess I'm referring to how crappy it might be, but super rare. You know, that's a good question. You know, actually, the most money I spent on a game is Magical Chase for the TurboGrafx 16. Ironically, not a bad game. Not worth what I paid for it, but I did splash some cash, as you would say, on quite a bit. So yeah. So you know, for me, it's you know, something I take very seriously when I spend money on games, but I do if I really want to complete a set. Matt M. How are you liking the PSVR? I'm liking it. I'm waiting for No Man's Sky. I don't know if the download if they're offering that update yet, but yes. Missing Bits. Thank you for the contribution of $2. Justin Leclerc, another contribution, $20. Holy cow. How many Mega LD games do you own? Mega Laserdisc games, not enough. I'm missing some of the more expensive ones like Road Avenger, and I'm missing some of the big heavy ones. And so Blue Chicago Blues, some of the big expensive Mega Laserdisc games, Mega LD, for my Laser Active. Yes, I'm missing the PC Engine add-on. Yeah, I'm missing several things. 85 people on the stream. Yes. Thank you so much for people being on this. Keep your questions coming. I'll try to answer it as best as I can. Rush Galt, hope you're having a good night. Be sure to say happy birthday to DMP. That's right. Drunken Master Paul, who gave me the name Immortal John Hancock when he visited my game room long ago. Hey, John, do you have a Bally's Professional Arcade? Skid Mark, I have... so I don't have the very first release, the one with the blue label, but I have several Bally Astrocades. Yes. I don't have the very first one released, though, with the red button. Nope. Vancouver Retro Expo, are you coming in June? Mike C, not only am I coming, but I'm speaking. I'm really excited about that and really happy to be coming to the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo. They've invited me every year. I'm really happy to be coming up for that event. I'm really excited. That's a great event. All right. Do you remember the best thing you bought when you worked at GameStop? Best thing I bought? Well, there was many times. I honestly would have to say best thing or best collectible, because those are separate things. I got a lot of N-Gage collectible stuff when I was working at GameStop that they literally were throwing out. And I would say that's probably the best thing I got as part of my collection. I got a lot of cool things. A lot of PlayStation 1 games, a lot of N64. Yes. All right, hey, this is Viscount Alpha. Viscount Alpha. Okay. Hey, John, enjoyed your panel at PRGE with Kelsey about learning games. I was pleasantly surprised. It was more interesting than I thought it would be. Yeah, that was a fun panel. You know, Kelsey, you know, she's really big into game history as well as I am. You know, she's doing her thing. And, you know, I just enjoy games. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what genre. And I'm going to do my part to preserve. And like I said, I have future plans. My plans are to open up a game museum and moving forward with that plan. Do you own any prototype dev-related hardware? I don't own a lot of hardware. I own some prototypes, yeah. Do you talk about games with your students? At times I do, definitely. I work with students. Some of the students in my classroom, I bring up things that are relevant, like Minecraft. I talk about Oregon Trail quite a bit because I brought it in and showcased them, the original, yes. All right. Is it true that limited print games will make people rich? No. It is not true. Yes. Michael Williams, coming to Texas. You coming to Texas anytime in the future? Michael Williams, don't have anything scheduled. You know, that's something that, like, you know, when, like, me coming to conventions is pretty expensive, especially, like, out of state. And so for someone to want me to come, they're going to have to pay for travel expenses. And so, yep, and airfare. That's just kind of what's going to work for me and my family. Are the Twin Sticks controller for the Saturn worth it? Mike C, that's a very specific Twin Stick controller, is for a very specific amount of games. Are you going to play it? I think as a collectible, it's going to sit on a shelf, but if that's what you want, I would look at the games that are completely compatible with the Twin Stick controller and see if that's worth it to you. Yeah. What subjects do I teach? I teach second grade, so I teach all the subjects. Are you coming to Costa Rica, John? Don't have anything planned. What was the Japanese version of the Master System? You know, it was the SG-1000. The Mark III, I do believe, is the Master System equivalent, to be exact. Is it true any games are getting more popular than AA games? I don't know where you're hearing that, but that's not true. Christopher Benjamin, thank you for the financial donation of $1.99. Cheesy's Mountain Dew and pickles, oh my, I love ya. Christopher Benjamin, thank you so much. Christopher Benjamin was the one who hooked me up with some Canadian snacks when I was up there, Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo. And I have to say, I've been to a lot of conventions, and it's hard to compete with Canadians on how friendly they are And just in general, the country is amazing. If you have a chance to visit Canada, I recommend it. Very friendly people, lots to do up there. I was overwhelmed with how sincere people in general were. And so just in general, it was just like the friendliness is just amazing. And great people, great food, great place. Thank you so much. Mike C, thank you for the donation of $5. Thank you so much. $5.49 Canadian. Thank you so much. Most appreciated. So, you know, I have a lot of fun traveling, going to different shows. East Coast was great. Going to the East Coast and checking out the game shows there. Yes. All right. Trevor Foster, I am Canadian and moved to Costa Rica. Oh, how is Costa Rica? IVRN, $25. Holy cow, Canadian. We saw you in Vancouver, BC. Was great to see you and the Sony SNES prototype. I had a great time. Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo is the next expo that I'm going to be at, on top of I had just been confirmed for Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. So that's coming up. End of the year, coming up. A couple months. I'm really excited to go to both of those. Yes. All right. Is there a game you always go back and play? Christopher T, yes. I play a lot of Ghouls and Ghosts. I go back and play that quite a bit. Favorite Sega CD game from Super RetroPie. Dark Wizard is my favorite Sega CD game. And with the Mega SG, I plan on starting a new campaign. Is Western games killing off Japanese games? I don't know. There's a lot of theories out there. I don't speculate a lot. Robert, you're asking a lot of questions on speculation. This is, you know, that's something that, like, I don't think so. I think that games are international, and good games are going to thrive, and other games aren't. So I think that game development in Japan is thriving fine. Escalante, $10. Boom! Thank you so much for the financial contribution. Most appreciated. Do you think video games are an art form? Absolutely. Viscount Alpha. Yes, I do. Video games are art. Yes, absolutely. Do you own any of the arcade 1-up machines? Yes. I have one right here. I did a video on my channel. As you can see, I owned actually 2. I donated 1 to Cowlitz Gamers for Kids. So that went away in a raffle. But I still own my Pac-Man machine. Yes. All right. Do you think Analog will make a Sega CD version? You know, they don't need to, because they made the Mega SG compatible with the original Sega CDs. So they don't need to. Yes. All right. This is from XXJGODXX. Hey, did you play Sega's Golvelis? One of my favorite games. I haven't played that a ton. I do need to play that more. It's one I'm not familiar with on the top of my head. So yes. I played more Golden Axe Warrior. Yes. All right, what do you think GameStop need to do to turn things around? I hate seeing the sales keep falling. Edward Langley, it is inevitable. GameStop, their business is specialized on physical media. I'm seeing several physical media stores going away. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it, man. And it's really, really disheartening, because I have a GameStop that's close that I really enjoy going to, because the staff at that GameStop is awesome. And I don't know if there's anything we can do. You know, it's making me really sad. When I went to the coast, there was a game store there, in Seaside, it's gone. And there's an arcade in Astoria that I went to last year. It's gone. These places are going away. Support your local game stores. Purchase games if you think they're a good store. And enjoy it while it's here, because it's going away. It's going away. Physical media is going away, and there might be nothing we can do about it. Just appreciate it while it's here. So yes. Beneficial Massive. You should visit Australia one time. I would love to visit Australia. Yeah. So the thing is, my number one goal would be to love to go to an international game festival. So yes. What do you predict will replace GameStop if they ever close? Justin LeClaire, thank you for the donation. Nothing. I think nothing will replace GameStop if they close, because things are going digital. I think there'll be an upswing maybe down the road, maybe a physical media device, and people might get excited about it for novelty's sake. But I think my kids don't care about physical media. We care about it because we grew up with it, you know. But anyways, that's my thoughts. By the way, I did receive a package from Justin LeClaire. Speaking of that, And I do believe these are from the print shop. And these are covers that you can get on Etsy for your game consoles. You know, 2600 and awesome. Neo Geo. These are great game covers that come in many different consoles. And they're great to keep the dust off. They even have, you know, old school Atari 5200. Long length of classics. Yes. Castlemania Games, welcome. Castlemania Games with many great products. Many that are in my game room. So yes. What are your thoughts on EverDrives? Mike C, I love EverDrives. And so I think EverDrives is a slick way of gaming. All your games, all in one place. Totally recommend it. That is crinkly. Anyways, many covers, yes. Unlicensed Oki, how's it going? It's going great. I don't know about all of you, but I can't wait till Disneyland opens up. Star Wars, my next vacation, presto. Yes, I'm excited about the Star Wars land as well. Are there games like Another World you recommend? Yeah, out of this world. I think that's what you're thinking of. Yes, there's a 2-pack on Sega CD. It's pretty great. It's with the prequel as well. The Gertie Bird. Have you tried Borderlands 4K update? I have not. The Borderlands 4K update. I'll have to check that out. Is that for the 360 version? Pretty awesome. I'll have to check that out. Love Borderlands. Yes. Yeah, so Castlemania Games, thank you for being on this. Where can I get Genesis ROMs legally for Mega Drive? Skidmark, that is a good question. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Thoughts on Borderlands 3 trailer? Looks cool. Borderlands 3 looks like it'd be an amazing game, a continuation of 1 and 2. I really enjoyed the other ones. What PS2 games should a fairly new collector get? What PS2 games should a fairly new collector get? I would start with the games that you know about. I'd try to remember the games that you remember playing yourself. I always would start there because you're going to get the most enjoyment out of the ones you know about. Do you own a Mega Retron HD Games Reckoning? Yes. Check my channel. I did a video on it. All right. Check the review I did on that. Yes. If someone's asking a question of a video I've done, I'm gonna refer you to that instead of spending a lot of time on it. All right. All right. If Sony and Microsoft would consider cartridges instead of discs, you know, it has to make financial sense because they're a business. At the end of the day, they have to make money on it. So if cartridges cost more than making discs, then they're not going to do it. Yes. Rush Gold, have you ever heard any new Leisure Suit Larry games coming out soon or in development? No, I have not. Thoughts on Halo ODST? I enjoyed it. Justin, I'm a big Halo fan. I liked it as kind of like a side story Halo story. That's why I liked Halo for that. The Halo ODST. All right. Anyways, got a lot to share. Got a lot of things coming in. I have a classic review tomorrow. I got a game early, and I think many people are going to like it. So I got a classic review going to be uploaded tomorrow morning. So that's a little hint there. And I have lots. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a good one. Oh, Christopher Benjamin, it's okay. It's still a pleasure chatting with you, and yes. All right, your thoughts on Streets of Rage 4? Absolutely love it. Streets of Rage 4 looks great. It's done by the people that did the Wonder Boy remake. All right, Megalon69, do you have a PS2, Alter Beast, and Splattermaster? No, I don't. All right. Are you a fan of Broken Sword? Sumi Fan Dan. I'm an okay fan. That's the type of game that I don't. That's not my typical favorite type of game to play. Next expo I will be at, Remold for Life. It'll be Seattle Retro Gaming Expo followed by the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo. Okay, do I ever think there'll be a clone system or a new Retron system will play N64 carts? Absolutely. That's the next. N64 clone is just right around the corner. I don't know who's going to make it, but it's coming. Yep. So Castlemania Games on the live stream, welcome. Do you think sometime in the future Nintendo will no longer make a home console? That's a great question. Absolutely. We've talked about that before, Ronald. Yeah. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up. That's right. Thank you, John Kratz, for the moderating on this live stream. He's volunteered to do this. That's right. We're almost hitting 150. Let's go for 200. Let's do this. Woo woo. Gonna do about an hour today. You like my hat? Thank you so much. Yes, the artist actually sent me this hat. The same artist that did this did my Altered Beast hat, which I purchased out of PAX. He's done several other hats. He's a tremendous artist. Who do you think will be the king of the digital downloads? Apple, Google, Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo? Well, digital downloads, the king of digital downloads has to be Steam, and this is why. Steam is the king of digital downloads because people that purchase Steam don't have to worry about Steam reinventing itself. When you get a new console, it seems like they have to make a new marketplace, and it gets people pretty angry because people want their digital downloads to last. And people, the nice thing about Steam is you purchase them, it doesn't matter, you get a new computer, etc. You still have your digital downloads. I would say Steam is the number one dominating factor when it comes to digital downloads. You feel relieved that there will be no physical media in the future? No. No, it makes me worried more. Is there a good Neo Geo MVS to AES converter? Mike C, yes. It's really expensive though. Right. Favorite movie of all time is Empire Strikes Back. What size t-shirt do you wear? Video game votary. I wear an extra large. Yes. Lord Metal 1. Lord Metal 1 does not like Steam. Google's going to be the winner. We will see. As of right now, don't think so. All right. What do teachers do during the summer? I think they rejuvenate, they rest, they prepare for the next year. They do trainings. Yes. Christopher Benjamin, why is physical media declining? Because it's more convenient to digital download. You can purchase something in your underwear on your couch, and you don't have to go to a store. You don't have to deal with someone annoying that's trying to sell you on something you don't want. That's why digital download is thriving. When physical media disappears, someday I'll be done with new games. Yes. Escalante, Genesis does or Nintendo don't? Escalante, that's a great question. I'm not a fanboy, so I like a game, doesn't matter who makes it. I think Genesis and Sega did amazing things. But I also think that Nintendo is around to this day because of their brilliance with first-party games. And so Nintendo was able to win that battle in the long run, even though Sega has a fond place in my heart. So I like them both. Either way, siding is kind of like, it's tough. It's like asking a parent like which kid they prefer more. So yes. Thank you so much. Castlemania Games, thanks for being on. Good night. Alright, problem with downloading media is you can't trade the game after you've completed it. True. Digital media has major issues with it. I'm going to be sad. When that goes away, it's going to be a dark time, I think, for lots of things. But is it going to make games go away? No. It's just they're doing it for many reasons. How big is your FM Marty collection? Not big at all. I would say like none. Do I collect arcade boards? I don't have space for it, but yeah, it sounds cool. Have you ever been scammed by a repro? If so, how did you deal with it? I'm pretty good about noticing a repro. I've had a couple repros sent to me. I always got my money back. They found out who I was, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah. Carlos Lucio, why was a PS Vita discontinued? Well, it didn't sell that great in the long run, and it's been a long time. So it actually thrived for a long time for not selling that great. Remold for life. Do you think small companies will still produce physical in the future? I think in limited batches. We'll see. Time will tell. There's a lot of companies making Switch stuff, so it's kind of like it's almost like a race to the bottom. It seems, because there's like 8 or 9 companies now making Switch physical, and I think they'll appeal to those people that want that. Is it sustainable long term? Don't think so. Are the PS4, Xbox One discs going to be even playable in 15 years? I have no idea. Thoughts on limited run games? I like limited run games. I think that it's a company that makes great products. I purchased several things from them. I purchased a Toe Jam and Earl physical. I purchased that recently as well. I got a couple other games pretty much out order. I forget the names of them off the top of my head. I'll be traveling from Baltimore to Portland for PRG. Is it worth the travel? Video game votary? Yes. What are I drinking? Coke Zero. Any other upcoming new releases you're excited about? Not at the top of my head. The Bloodstain, the new Bloodstain coming out. I'm always excited about that. Favorite video game soundtrack? I have several. I really like the Shinobi. Revenge of Shinobi soundtrack's really good. That's one I jam on. Ninja Gaiden. Original Ninja Gaiden. I like those types of soundtracks. Rygar. Tecmo made some amazing soundtracks for the Nintendo 8-bit. Alright, problem with physical media these days is that you have to download a big patch just to play them, rendering them unplayable in the future. Yeah, it's true, Skidmark. Yes, I pre-ordered Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Yes. Streets of Rage 2 is pretty amazing soundtrack too, yes. David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar? I'm a huge Sammy Hagar fan. Saw him in concert when he came to Reading, and was awesome. It was really great. So yeah, I like Diamond Dave. I like them both, but yeah, Sammy Hagar. Yeah, Bubble Bobble is a good soundtrack. Yes. Favorite ColecoVision game? Favorite ColecoVision game? I'd have to think about that. Original? Ooh. Space Fury comes to mind. Do you believe Sega Mega Drive's audio has a special charm? Often feel it gets a bad rep. Absolutely. The Mega Drive has some amazing sound. And now with the Mega SG, people can fully appreciate how good the sound is. Double Dragon soundtrack is my jam. Double Dragon's great. Must be nice being rich. Glenn Edwards, I'm not rich. I work hard for my money. And, you know, it all depends, I guess, compared to the world in general. Some people might think I'm rich. Yes. Best Sega Genesis soundtrack. Some people say Streets of Rage 2. That comes to mind. I do not own a Sega Mark III from Japan, Eric. Nope. No, Justin, I'm not. Have I ever seen one? Yes. Do I own one? No. All right. Signing off to see you in New Westminster. Yes, 136 people on. Let's keep them coming. Got a lot of questions coming in right now. What was the first game you remember playing? Mine was Combat for 2600. It was TV Scoreboard for, it was a Radio Shack Pong clone. That's what I remember playing. Yes. Which Switch game is fun to play and has to be, most replay value in your opinion? Shout out from Vancouver, Washington. Most replayability? Geez, all depends if you're playing by yourself or you're playing with people. There's games such as like Towerfall, you got Super Smash Brothers. Super Mario Odyssey's got a lot of gameplay there. Christmas Bay. Next full set you are planning to complete. Wii U, GameCube, those are on the list. I have several. I'm like one away from Atari Jaguar. That's a tough one to complete. I'm getting close on 3DO. Thank you to Justin Leclerc. Yes. If Sega just made one Dreamcast 2 console and would give it to you for your entire collection, what would you do with it? Well, I'd document it. I think if I had a one-of-a-kind console, I think I would take it apart and document it. and show all the parts and everything. Yes. Christopher Benjamin, thank you for the contribution. Can't wait to see more food tasting videos. Maybe I should do one with some Canadian snacks. That's right. Love the Jaguar. Yes, Jaguar's awesome console. Favorite Sega Dreamcast games. Soul Calibur, Crazy Taxi. Just the fun ones. Armada. Armada is another great Dreamcast game. All right, Video Game Votery. Yes, can you shout out my YouTube channel and check it out when you get a chance? Yes, sure. Check out Video Game Votery. Sure. Stream Dead. Oh, hopefully it gets better. Looking here, it's a little choppy right now. Hang in there. Got another half an hour. Is Diablo 3 for consoles worth it? Mario Atlantis. Absolutely. Diablo 3 is an amazing. Yes. No, I've put 1,000 hours in Diablo 3. I bought it for PC. I bought it for consoles. Absolutely check it out. Worth it. Doesn't matter what you play it on. It does look better on the Xbox One and PS4. Between the two, I recommend the Xbox One. I could go on about that. Have you completed CDI library? No, I've not. Missing the expensive Zelda game. Yep. 3:30 here in UK. You are hardcore. Hello. Any app or recommendation for videos tracking? It's tough. That's a tough one. I use Excel sheets. Video Game Votery, $5 donation. Thank you so much. Justin Leclerc. What Jaguar game you're missing? An expensive one, Battlesphere. There's 2 versions of it. I'm missing both of them. That's the one game I'm missing, and it's expensive. Yeah, it's a chunk of change. Yeah. Yeah, Diablo 3 on the Switch is great. You know. Yeah, does it not look as good? It doesn't look as good. It plays great though. That's all that matters. What do I think about the Sonic movie? I think Sonic looks kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Steelers or Eagles? Haha, yeah, right. The Gertie Bird, that's right. Yeah, Steelers. What are they doing, man? Are you a Steelers fan? Yeah, we can always talk football. Hey, Riggs, let's get Hancock to play his PSVR. I play my PlayStation VR. I just don't go online and chat with other people that much on it. But yeah, I like my PSVR, yes. What's my number one favorite video game magazine? Lots of different magazines out there. I get Game Informer sent to me. Isn't my favorite. There's several retro gaming magazines that are pretty good. I get one, I forget the name of it offhand. I have it in the other room. So yeah. Is there a video game that your wife has absolutely kicked your butt at? Yeah, Zookeeper for the DS. Go Browns. Mitchell, you get a hats off for that. Go Browns. Love hardcore fans that like teams that through thick and thin. That's right. Go Browns. I want the Browns to be competitive. I'm happy for them with their successful year this last year. So that's from one football fan to another. John, do you enjoy baseball? What is your perfect hot dog? Christopher Benjamin, my perfect hot dog is actually a bratwurst that's been soaked in Coors all day. And then with some spicy mustard on top of it, right there, nice juicy bratwurst. That's the way to go. An all-beef hot dog was my second go-to. Costco dogs aren't too bad if you're going like corporate. All right. Am I to download this video? Once it's complete, I think you're able to. It'll be part of my live game chat playlist, but it's going to be unlisted. Favorite fast food burger? That's a tough one. Carl's Jr. has a pretty good fast food burger. We have some local chains that we go to. There's a local place called Nips, and it's got a funny name, but it's they're amazing and they contribute. There's a police officer that got was deceased, and they did like a fundraiser for the family. So Nips Burgers is the name of it, and it's an amazing local chain. So I have a shout out to them. Got a funny story about that too. Escalante, ever rent console time at First Run Video? Yeah, I rented games at First Run Video. Yep. Absolutely. So going back to this burger joint called Nips Burgers, and I begged them for a shirt for 10 years. And after 10 years, finally they called me back and said, your shirt's here. Like, I literally called every year begging them for a shirt, and they finally gave it to me. Yes. Thank you, Christopher Benjamin. Thank you. In or Out or Shake Shack? I haven't checked out Shake Shack. I'm from California. I like In-N-Out Burger. I like the customization. Is it the best burger ever? No, but it has a distinct taste, and I have nostalgia when I eat it. Do you own an actual arcade cabinets? Not one up. Skidmark, yes. I own a Pong machine. I own an original Pong Flim Flam. Check out that video. Yeah, the Battlesphere in UK on eBay is $161, but that's probably a reproduction. So yeah, so that's the issue there. That's the issue. There's fake Battlespheres on eBay. I'm looking for the real deal. Yes. Yes, do I like Jim Carrey? Yes, I like Jim Carrey. Do you collect video game related books? Yes, I do. First Amendment comedy. AVGC in New Jersey this year. I've not been asked to go. So I don't know. So the thing is, for people to ask me to come to a place, it takes time and it takes planning. And if I don't have the planning or the time to do it, I can't do it ahead of time. Yes. Yes. Do I like VR? Yes, I do. More than I thought. Have you mentioned Genesis Mini yet? And what's your video reaction? I'd like to know more about the Genesis Mini games that are going to be on it. I think it needs to have some different games that weren't on the collections that have been offered on other consoles for me to be really excited about the Genesis Mini. And I'm happy for Sega. I'm going to be purchasing it. Just supporting Sega making hardware, even if it's a mini console. That's great. It's the first time they've done hardware in a long time. Just want to say hi. This is from Michael. Michael C. Just want to say hi and that I love your channel, love retro gaming, and that it's so cool to see the neat stuff that you collect. Thanks for sharing and knowledge. Most appreciated. More things that I recently got. I went to the coast and got 2 games off my GameCube list. City Racer and the Italian Job. And I found these at Malternative. And it's a small little music game place. It honestly was kind of depressing going in there. I asked the gentleman who ran the store, how you doing? And he just said, honestly, I'm not doing that good. And so it's really just sad and disheartening when you come into a place and you can just feel the vibe of the place. And it's just like, it was sad. So I felt good about purchasing from him. You know, it's just physical media is tough. It's a tough business right now. Absolutely. John Riggs, welcome John Riggs. Retro Game Con is fantastic. Ron John Riggs in the house. Woo woo. If you haven't checked out John Riggs' channel, please check it out. So yes, John Riggs is on the live stream. Thank you, John Riggs, for being on. John Riggs just came and did a video game tour of my game room. And so he was here with some other friends, Middle Jesus and Adam. And really just great to see them all. Am I doing a video on Cowlitz? I did one last year on that. And I did some pickups videos on my previous previous live stream. Yes. All right. Kato, have you ever seen the failed WF No Mercy cartridge with the fixed save bug? The coaches say, huh, one of the rarest N64 carts. Yeah, have I ever seen the cart with the fixed save bug? I have not seen that. No Mercy, it's like you're talking about the gray cart, WWF No Mercy cart. Don't have that variation. Krillin64 in the house, my other moderator. Krillin64 has done a lot of moderating for a lot of my other live streams. So yes. Yes. All right. Ripster87, love your channel. Been following a long time. Just accepted for a new house today after work. Now I'll have room for my own game room. So excited. It's going to start somewhere. Cheers. Ripster87, thank you for the ongoing support. You get to see my messed up hair. All right, Jack Weatherspoon. Are you excited for Deshaun Jackson? Okay. I'm not the biggest Deshaun Jackson, and part of that is I think he's very talented. I think he's a little self-centered. Is this going to be a new Deshaun Jackson? I know the previous Deshaun Jackson, the reason why the Eagles got rid of him is because he had a $100 control tower and a $1 million runway. I like players that are selfless, and I actually think Deshaun Jackson was a little selfish, and that's why we got rid of him. So is he going to be different? we'll see. Time will tell. I think he's a very talented player. I don't really like him personally as my favorite player. And even coming back to Eagles, I want him to be successful. What type of team player is he going to be? I don't think he's a great team player, being honest. All right. Keep the comments coming. All right. What's my #1 favorite comedy film? My favorite musical is Blues Brothers, the original Blues Brothers. Ghostbusters would be probably up there as well, and that's a comedy. Yeah. Christopher Benjamin, how often do I play and do maintenance in my game room? I try to check things every 10 years. It's pretty tough to keep up with it. Potbelly Punch. You have MK3 for PlayStation, the small jewel case? No, I do not have that. Potbelly Punch. Second person asked me that day, do you play Sekiro? Have not played it. What about Jordan Howard as a new Eagles running back? Mario, I don't have an opinion of him because I don't know really a lot about him. I'll take anybody in the running back field for Eagles, though. Holy cow, our running backs last year sucked. And that's what really caused us, it really hurt us. Not having Ajayi, yeah, that really hurt us. Is Meteos for the DS a good game? Yeah, I think so. Chuck Van Pelt in the house. Welcome, welcome. What are some... so Chuck Van Pelt, a Portland Retro Gaming Expo organizer stream. What are some games in your collection that you found easily, cheaply in the wild? Years ago that today are considered holy grails? Well, Chuck, that's a good question. I would say... just talking about GameCube games in general, I would say GameCube games used to be found, you know, in the wild. You go and GameCube games were being given away. And so even just like the combination, I know like common games, like cheap games, just games like, you know, Wind Waker or like the Metroid games, or even just games in good shape, like PS2 games, just common games, now are worth, you know, 3 times as much. So like, it's all about the window of time. And what Chuck's asking is games that are common now that you can find in physical media. So PS2 classics, original Xbox games. You know, not everybody has original Xbox games anymore. They've either been damaged or less people selling them. And so over time, especially really nice condition games, anything that can be taken out or ripped or turned or creased, those things devalue games. And so if you can find a game that's in really pristine shape, like original Final Fantasy games, even those have been reprinted quite a bit. So like original PlayStation RPGs, a black box, you know, original print runs, those are starting to skyrocket in price because less people have them. So finding those a long time ago now are really expensive. And so I'd have to pinpoint like what specific games. Chuck, hopefully I answered your question, but it's always great to have you on the live streams. Yes. Yes. All right, let's go. Let's see here. What console do you like to see Analog do next? TurboGrafx. TurboGrafx, absolutely. Do a TurboGrafx. Would love to do a TurboGrafx PC Engine. I think it would be amazing. Do a TurboGrafx Analog. Absolutely. What is your least favorite portable console? Ooh, least favorite? Well, Gamecom. Gamecom is pretty terrible. Yes. Do you have any problems with disc rot in your collection? I don't have a big problem with that. I need to inspect it more thoroughly, but my Saturn seems to be all right. So I need to check 3DO on my Sega CD and do a more thorough inspection of that. Yes. John, coming up for the VRGE again this year. Yes, I am. Also, for people checking their disc rot, I did a video on Facebook, and this is a Pluxtor drive. I got this from Keikona, Murder of Crows, Sega Saturn Shiro. And what this does is it has a built-in program that you can test disk rot on your computer. On one of my Facebook videos, I show how to use it. Yep. Have you or Metal Jesus Rocks ever found a Wide Boy 64? I know what one of those is. It's a Super Game Boy for N64. I've seen one in person. I've not found it, no. What game are you missing for the Jaguar? Video game votary, Battlesphere. It's very expensive on the Jaguar. It's about it could go for up to $1,000. There's one on eBay, a legit copy. There's a bunch of bootlegs out there, so be careful. Yes. Should I be concerned about changing out my batteries on my old carts? I don't want them leaking. Yeah. I mean, eventually they are going to leak. Do I like Virtual Boy? Yes, I do. Yep. Rush Galt, welcome for coming on and trying to answer as many questions as possible. 158 on the live stream. Many people coming in and out. We had Chuck Van Pelt. We had John Riggs. So nice to see some friendly faces that I consider friends. Justin Leclerc, it's official. There are worse portables than the Soulja Boy handheld. Yes, there is, Justin Leclerc. The Gamecom is pretty bad. Daniel Santos, thank you for the $1 contribution. Most appreciated. What is your opinion about the irate gamer on YouTube? There's a lot of different people that offer a wide variety of content, and I don't really publicly state anybody's willing to do content. They have their own direction and appeal. I'm not here to bash on somebody or say I like this or dislike it. So I'm not really familiar with the irate gamer. I've seen some of his videos. I don't really have an opinion, to be honest. Yeah, the Atari box is a joke. Skidmark, he's talking about the Atari VCS, and who knows what's going on with that. I'll be lucky to just get mine, and then I'm going to determine and give an opinion of it when it's launched. But as of right now, they're talking about the aesthetics of it so much. It's like people don't care about that. People care about the games, but we'll see. Thoughts on Apple Arcade? It's just another streaming service. Not really interested in it. For future interview questions at PRGE, if it's fast, yeah, let's schedule it. Yep. Any wishes for future licensed games? Oh yeah, I'd like more and more. Like a good example, like Streets of Rage 4. I'd like other companies to take their old games and to do new versions of them. Absolutely, many different ones. I'd love to have a new Ghouls and Ghosts. Yeah. So many. So yeah. What was the Dreamcast Online Hub like? The Dreamcast Online Hub, at the time I didn't know any different. So you get on and you join with friends. And from what I remember, I enjoyed it because I put so many hours into Phantasy Star Online. It's crazy. So looking back at it, was it rudimentary? Yeah, but that was like 20 years ago. So yeah. Thoughts on Disney reportedly hiring for Lucasfilm games? Awesome. Kick EA to the curb. I don't hate EA, but honestly, EA totally mishandled the Star Wars license. They deserve it when it comes to that, and they know it. Thoughts on Link's Awakening coming to Switch? Great question, SNES Man 213. Link's Awakening on the Switch. It looks okay. I don't know if I'm totally sold on the graphics, but I'm willing to check it out. It should be pretty fun. Any items you could have purchased but didn't and ultimately regretted? Battlesphere Gold for the Atari Jaguar. Could have bought it new. Instead, I bought Cheetah Men 2 sealed, which ends up being very rare and expensive. More than Battlesphere Gold, but I'm missing Battlesphere Gold for the Jaguar. Crazy Contraptions, my stadium event story. It's a long story. I'll have to talk about it some other time. It's a good story, though. What's your #1 favorite Disney video game? I really like DuckTales. DuckTales is a pretty awesome original Nintendo game. I really like it. In terms of graphics, which one do you prefer, Dreamcast or PlayStation 1? I prefer PlayStation 1 just because there's so many other games on it. The Dreamcast library is kind of limited. Thoughts on rumors of Xbox Game Pass coming to Switch? I think it's going to happen. I think it'll be great. Do you think there will be an analog PS1 FPGA or TurboGrafx 16? Power Glove Pixels? I hope so. Both of them. Let's bring them. Yes. Love to see an FPGA PlayStation, but you know, that's not as needed because a PS3, all PlayStation 3s can play PS1 games. So that's not needed. TurboGrafx 60, no, that'd be great. Thoughts on rare special edition consoles keeping their value, such as the automotive PS2? Those are cool. Very specific market, though. So, you know, hunting down these consoles, especially, there's so many of them, kind of waters down the market in general. Do you have a Pippin in your collection? Daniel Santos, no, I do not. I do not have an Apple Pippin. I was surprised to see you let people with drinks in your game. Oh, yeah, it's set up. The people with drinks and stuff, I'm okay with that. In my game room, we've only had one spill in like 10 years, and it didn't land on anything. Just beat Contra for the 1,000th time while watching your stream. Thank you. Contra's a great game. Do you think the PS5 will play all PlayStation titles all the way back to PS1? I don't know that, and that's going to be a tough technological feat. We'll see what they do. 167 people. We have 9 minutes left of the stream. Let's keep it up. Thank you so much for people on the stream. Yeah, Drunken Master Paul was the spill, I think. All right. Zephyrson, when you launch your museum, will you leave anything behind to play? I'm excited for you, yet sad and worried. Don't be sad and worried. I have plenty to play in my whole lifetime. I definitely will have some Everdrive and consoles in my game room still to play, so don't be sad for me. Be happy that these games have been liberated to a museum. That's what the goal is. Yes. Have you checked out Divinity 2 on the PS4 yet? Great game. I played Divinity 1. Haven't had time to play Divinity 2. Thumbs up, please. Keep them coming. 167 people on the live stream. 8 minutes left. What's your advice on when to walk away from a game of purchase? Well, is it worth it for you? Like for me, it not is just on the money, but is the person genuine? You know, if I'm getting like a rude or insincere vibe from a seller, if like they don't care, or if it's just straight up business with them, I hadn't done that before. I was on the East Coast, and there was a vendor there who was kind of not being the best, so I just walked away saying, I'm not even going to deal with this. But most of the vendors at the East Coast Game Expos were awesome. There was one in particular, I wasn't really feeling the vibe from them, and so I just walked away, and I felt great about doing it. What other hobbies do you have besides video games? Football. I love football. I'm going to learn bass guitar soon. Fingers crossed. And that's it for now. I like watching football, NFL football. Which games are your intro songs from? I don't know. I didn't make the songs. Have you ever visited Disney World in Florida? I have not. I'd love to visit Disney World. Finish my Harry Potter PlayStation collection soon. Yeah, Harry Potter collection sounds fun. What type of games do you prefer, racing or action? I like both. I like both racing and action. Action probably lean towards that, but I do like a good racing game. As a video game collector, repros are common. Do you actually collect them like official games? If it's just a translation patch or only legit games? I do collect translation patches. I just showed one on a Blast live stream, and that's Kaito. Yes, so just want to say that. I collect them all. RC from New York City. Hey, John. Hope all is well. Blessed with your family. Thank you again for what you do, not just for the community and for gaming, but you keeping the childhoods alive. RC from New York City. Hats off. Wow, the contributions have been heavy. Most appreciated, folks. I do this because I love it. I love chatting with people. I enjoy doing these commentaries and doing them as much as I can. You know, it's hard on my family right now with the live streams are in the back there. They have to be off the internet and stuff. But I want to thank everybody. Are you interested in Google Stadia? King Coles, I did a whole video on that. Yes. What's your #1 favorite Mario game? Ooh. #1 Mario game? Probably Super Mario Bros. 3. Favorite Atari box art? Really like Missile Command. Berserk is good too. Thank you so much for all the kind words people are saying. Jan, Rush, most appreciated. All right. Speaking of, okay, Matt Johnson, thank you so much for the $10 contribution. Love your channel. Are there any particular PC Engine games that were never ported to TurboGrafx 16 you were looking for? The Shinobi one for the PC Engine. I don't have that. Definitely. It's supposed to be a pretty good one. Drew V, is Last Gamer's instant gratification collecting bad for retro game collecting? No. I think anybody's individual emotional appeal on collecting, if you have lots of stuff or lots of money, in his case, lots of money, I don't think that affects retro gaming in general. You know, everybody's kind of in a different place. I'm happy for the person that dumpster dives and gets games added to their collection. Happy for the person that gets donations. I try to be happy for everybody, and I try not to wish ill will upon anybody. The more that as a retro gaming community that we can come together, the better we're off. You know, it's when the bickering and fighting happens, or drama that other people try to, you know, get people to pit people against each other. That's what drains me. So, you know, the more that we can get together and just, you know, just keep it real and keep it honest, that's what I enjoy. That's what I try to do on my channel. Yeah. Do you have a favorite video game documentary? Ooh. King of Kong is a pretty good one. Tilt, the Battle to Save Pinball is a really good pinball documentary. There's a couple I really like. Ecstasy of Order, the Tetris Masters. That's a really good documentary. There's several that I've been a part of. Recently, there's been several other documentaries that are out there that are good. Yeah. So yeah. Favorite movie, Empire Strikes Back. Poster's right back there. One of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah, I like John Carpenter's The Thing. I like Blues Brothers. There's several movies of that time period I really love. Blade Runner. The original Blade Runner is amazing. The sequel to Blade Runner was amazing. Any games you passed on you regret? I already just answered that. Battlesphere Gold. Probably number one I missed. What is your next collection closest to completion? Probably Jaguar, but it's an expensive game. I'm one away. Expectations of Shenmue 3. No, I don't have big expectations of that. All right, a couple more minutes. Best Sega game for you? Ghouls and Ghosts, probably. Alien or Predator? Predator. I think Predator would kill an alien. Are you into comics, Marvel or DC? I used to be. I used to collect comics back in the day. I was more into Marvel. Yeah. Favorite trend in modern gaming? Live streaming. I think live streaming is pretty cool, and I like that about modern gaming, that they make it easier to do that. Do you have a CDI full set? No, I do not. I'm missing Zelda's Adventure, the expensive CDI game. That's a pretty hard one to get. Did you see the Guinness video for the largest game collection right now? Yes, pretty amazing. Do you think Alter Beast is a good game? I think it's good. Thank you so much for the moderators, Krillin64 and John Kratz. Thank you so much for moderating. About ready to end this. Really appreciate all the shout outs and the thank yous and the comments and people just being on the stream. Hello, John. Do you have a Sega Virtuality? I do not. Driver 2 or Italian Job? Ooh, probably Italian Job. Outdoors Joe, thank you for the comment. Favorite Marvel superhero? Captain America. What is the longest you have sat and played a game? Skid mark? Probably a day, and that was Dark Wizard. That was a long day. It was Dark Wizard, the type of game you can do that too. Yeah. Yeah, it was a great chat. 160 people on, and that was great to live stream and to talk games. This is something I'll try to do weekly if I can. And, you know, I don't want to outstay my welcome, and so I want to keep it real. It looks like many people had many questions. I want to thank everybody for being on the stream. It's been an hour. As I said before, I want to thank everybody for being on it. This is the Immortal John Hancock. Thank you. Have a good night.